Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on stocks I'm interested in, stocks I bought, stocks that I'm just looking at in general. So here we go. As you can see, I'm up to $538.88. The market's down a little bit today. And as of recently, the market's been crazy. Let's just go to a 3-month picture. We all know that towards the end of May, there was the dip. And then it is rallied back as of recent. As you can see, we've reached a high, at least in my portfolio, and we almost reached record highs in the Dow in general. So as of recent, it hasn't been a great time to buy, but it's been a great time to hold your stocks and just see the growth happen. The first stock that I've been looking at in general, and one that I wish that I would have gotten involved in the stock market sooner, would be Disney. Disney, just yesterday, they were told by JP Morgan that they were, let's see if I can find the news headline. Show more. See, there's been so many news articles put out by them. So as you see, 2.4% as Morgan Stanley boosts target on streaming. They were projected right around 135 previously, but as of yesterday, they were bumped all the way up to 160 with streaming. Now, what I'm hoping for in this is that the streaming service doesn't come out until November, so I'm hoping for potentially there to be a little bit of a dip, not necessarily in the whole market, but at least in this stock, maybe down to even just 135 again, because I would love, as you see, that's where I bought it, right around 134. I've made $7 off this stock so far. And now I need that diverse portfolio, so I'm not going to jump on this right away, but I hope that this stock will go back down in value at least a little bit before it jumps up to that 160, if not higher mark, because this would be a great stock to buy and hold for a very long time, if not forever. So yeah, very high on Disney, very bullish on Disney. Second stock that I recently acquired, I believe I bought it yesterday. I don't know if it tells you, it probably does. Yesterday I bought Foot Locker. I keep thinking this is Finish Line with the FL ticker symbol. Foot Locker is a stock that has been affected by the Chinese tariffs or potential Chinese tariffs that it may or may not happen. We'll have to wait and see. As you can tell, I mean, if you go to I believe it was the 1 year, actually you might even be able to go to the 3-month. So this stock was up to $64. I don't know if that was the 52-week high. $68 was the 52-week high. And as you see now, it's down to 43. So just a month ago, less than a month ago, it was up $13. So I'm hoping to buy this and potentially see that rise in value back up. As you can see, there's a solid dividend yield on that. And you know, if nothing else, I can just benefit from the dividends. As you see, the 52-week low was $39. I was waiting to see, depending on if it would drop any lower, and ended up at $43, and it's kind of stayed steady for a little bit. So I decided to purchase one share of that. Another one that I'm looking to invest more in is Archer Daniels Midland. This is a dividend aristocrat, which means that they've been paying their dividend, or they've raised their dividend consistently for at least 25 years, and I believe they've done it for quite a few more years than that. I will probably buy a share of these, maybe with my next paycheck, maybe, excuse me. I don't know. I'm not quite sure when I want to buy another share. As you can see, they've rose a little bit, but they are at a pretty great buy-in point. As you see, they're pretty close to their 52-week low. Great dividend yield. Buyer analysis is great on it, 67%. So I'm very bullish on that one. Looking to invest a little bit more. AT&T is another one that I've had for a little bit. Not quite sure whether I want to invest more on that or not. CenturyLink, another one, got paid dividend today. I invested at a great buy-in point for this, 9.87. That was super close to their 52-week low, 14.26% dividend yield. Yeah, now I know that's not a great sign for most investors, but CenturyLink is a well-established business that has had troubles recently, but they are coming back up, and I believe they're going to lower that dividend yield at least a little bit. But hopefully, in turn, the price of the stock is going to increase, because as you can see, in October it was a $20 stock. Okay, now I know there was a dip in December and it's continued falling, but they've had some issues, and I believe, as you can see, this was the bottom, and hopefully that means they're going back up from here. So I may or may not buy at least one more share, because that's a great dividend yield. Pretty risky stock with that high of a dividend yield, but I'm hoping to potentially invest in more. Zynga, I'm trying to get out of that. It was up to about 650. Trying to get out of that stock. Don't really need it. Yeti stock's another stock that I recently invested in. This was on some guy's YouTube channel. I believe it was Bruce Wayne. Not Bruce Wayne, that's Batman. Bruce Wang. I bought when it was around $25, up $2 on that. This is a great stock. If you don't know, they make coolers and cups and things like that. Very popular right now. I believe I bought it right around there. So yeah, I'm probably not going to buy another stock of this, because they're rising and hopefully going to continue to rise. As you can see, they went IPO on October 25th. So I can potentially see their value rising to about $35, something like that. Hopefully you get the chance to do that. These two cannabis stocks, Aurora Cannabis and Hexo, trying to get out of those. I bought those when I had first got into the stock market, and now I'm seeing that they're pretty risky to be involved in. That I got Nokia, Wendy's. Love Wendy's. It's a high point. I just recently read that the shareholders, like the executives and things like that, are selling the stock. So I've thought about selling it, but it did just pay me a dividend, and I haven't seen a drastic drop yet. Only rises. So I'm hoping that Wendy's stays good. Then we got a Chinese stock, and then a couple of REITs, and then Pure One. Still have a Pure One. Kind of upset about that. Should have sold it when it was around $1. And I'm going to wrap this video up real quick. Let's just see. A couple stocks I may invest in. We have the S&P Power Shares, high dividend, low volume, or low volatility, excuse me. It's a little high right now. I'm hoping to buy it right around 40. This is just a stock it's an ETF that's a collection of S&P 500 stocks with high dividend and low volatility. Just a great stock to hold and just rake in that dividend off of. Potentially going to buy that. I've looked at Wells Fargo. I've looked at Bank of America. I've even looked at Charles Schwab. All banking stocks, potentially going to do that. One that I've kept a close eye on was United States Steel. I should have bought it right around here, because that's a very low point. I don't know if that was the lowest. Yeah, it was very close to the lowest point for the 52-week mark. But as you can see, they were up $38, up to $38. Let's see, right there, $38, just under a year ago. Been looking close at that. Main reason for that is low buy-in point, decent dividend at 1%. Just with the different tariffs and with all sorts of things, I'm not sure whether I want to buy that or not. So I'm keeping a close watch on that. Just scrolling through, see if there's any other stocks that I've looked at. Neo. Neo's still a stock that, man, I had high hopes on, and I've heard good things about it. I almost bought in at right around this point, but I'm sure glad I didn't, because now it's down to 242. I even thought about just buying a couple shares and hoping it would. Almost bought a couple shares right around here and hoping that it would go up to like $3 and then sell and make like a couple dollars off of that. But it's just continued to fall. And I believe they announced their earnings today, so we'll see what happens with that. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm not super excited to see about that. BP, they just had a big oil crisis, not necessarily BP. But as you see, great dividend yield. This is a good diversification stock, because I believe they're based out of London. Yeah, Greater London. This is, if you don't know, they're an oil stock. They just had a massive drop off. So I've also kept a close eye on this. We'll see if I buy this. This would be great to get into foreign markets. So we'll see about that. Ford, I just sold out of Ford. I wasn't feeling great about Ford. Lost a little bit of money on that one. So I believe the three main stocks that I'm looking into as of right now would be more shares of Archer's Daniel Midland, Uh, Disney. Disney's got to be my top one. I love Disney. I love what they're doing. They're a well-established company. Um, I just need them to drop a little lower because I know that they're going to be valuable. They're going to be steady forever. Maybe not forever, but for a very, very long time. So we're going to look and see. Hopefully they move back down a little bit. So I guess, and then BP would be another one that I'm looking into. Um, and then potentially United States Steels. Those are my probably top three stocks as of right now that I'm looking into investing. So hopefully you guys' portfolios are doing well. I've seen a lot of good portfolios, a lot of good gains as of recently, even on days where I've lost money. So I'm looking to make potentially more diverse, more steady investments just so I can see this continual growth. But yeah, as of recently, the stock market's been doing great after that little dip towards the end of May. And hopefully you guys' stocks are doing great. Hopefully you guys' portfolios are doing great. And yeah, that'll be it until the next time. So happy investing.